Good morning. It has been quite a while since I've done any sort of day in the life or week in the life vlog, so I thought it would be really fun to do that this week. I am currently done with my work week and it is Wednesday, so I'm really enjoying this part-time work life. But what that means is I am not working until next Tuesday because this weekend is Labor Day. So I thought this would be a great time to kind of take you along, even though it's a little weird to start on a Wednesday. So I hope you enjoy this weekly vlog. If you're just stumbling on my video for the first time, my name is Katie and I make videos to help foster and adoptive parents get the tips they need to go forth on their journey. But I also love to make these kind of fun, homey vlogs and different travel videos and stuff like that. So this is kind of like my bonus videos I enjoy doing. So if any of that interests you, definitely subscribe so we can hang out more. But today I have something really different and interesting planned and I need to go really soon. But today I'm actually going to a local visitation center for foster kids and their bio parents. And if you caught my other video where I interviewed Cami T. Coach from Voluntots, she told us all about this great opportunity to reach out and support our communities by improving visitation rooms. So I'm actually going to meet with the director of the local visitation room today, and I'm going to talk with her about what they need. And then later today, I have a meeting to connect with the church that we used to be a part of, because I know they're always looking for volunteer and outreach opportunities. So I'm going to try to connect the two dots and come up with a way that we can make a big difference this year for those people. This is kind of like a holiday thing. So it's really early right now. It's September, but we want to jump on it now so that everything can be done by December. So I'm really excited to do that today. A very different day for me. Nick just took our two other kids to go to school and to go hang out for a little bit. So I'm going to run to my meeting and I'll let you guys know what happens. Okay, I just got done going in and looking at this facility. It's really cool. It's kind of like an old house that they've converted into this visitation center, which I think is really cool just because, you know, it gives it more of a homey feel, even though it's like, you know, not their home and they're not in their own space visiting people. I think it's kind of nice. No electronics are allowed in the building, so I didn't even ask to film anything or to show any of it. But really, I think they have a pretty nice space, but there are definitely little things that they told me about that could be fixed up. Some of the ideas that she gave me were they need some like supplies, like blankets. They might need things donated like crayons and markers and coloring books. A big thing was crafts, that they could be like little individual craft kits that they could do, which I had already thought of that. And I thought, oh, that would be really cool to have kids in our kids church at the church I used to go to. They could all kind of get together and put those bags together. So they were really excited about that. Their outdoor space was beautiful and really didn't need anything, which was great because the parks and trails of our county had actually given them this brand new playset several years ago. And I think they had grant money for it or something. And it's really nice. So that was cool to see that they had such a nice outdoor space for families to hang out together. But a couple of the other things she mentioned needing was they actually have a little kitchen space that they allow parents to cook for their children, which I think is great. But their oven is a gas range that's really old, and so they haven't been letting anyone use it just because of safety reasons. And I know that's going to be such a big purchase if we do that, but I would love to give that to them. I think that would be so cool if we could get enough money or find someone who's donating one that's still working and is much newer. I just think that'd be really cool. So that's kind of what we're looking at. I mean, there's a lot of other things. Her office, she almost didn't show it to me, and I'm glad she did because, oh my gosh, guys, she has carpet in there that's like been duct taped for years in different spots, and she had to tape it because she was tripping on it. And her room, like the paint is peeling. It's just like, it needs an upgrade. And I think people in her position are always thinking of how can they improve the space the families are in and things for the kids. But I think it'd be really cool to give her kind of like a little bit of an updated office. So I'm excited to potentially be able to do that. She has asked the county, I believe, to help with that, but they haven't really been getting back to her. And so I'm going to see. If they don't do it, I really think it'd be fun to, at the very least, paint it for her. But I think if we could get some new carpet in there, I think that would be awesome. So I definitely cannot do this alone. I'm going to have to work with my church that I currently go to, as well as the church we went to previously that's much bigger. And so I'm really excited. Maybe we can get other church organizations involved too. I think that would be really great. Now, just to throw this out here, if you're interested in doing this project in your community, you do not have to do what I'm doing. You do not have to go meet them in person, whatever. You can reach out to Cami. I will put her email at the bottom of the screen and also in the description box. Reach out to Cami and she will actually connect with those people for you. So she'll connect with them for you and then she will help organize everything with you. So definitely reach out to her. I'm doing this on my own accord because I can, and I just feel like it's something I want to do, but do not feel like, oh no, I can't help or it's going to be too overwhelming. You can probably do something really small or get a small group of people to do something, and Cami will help you figure all of that out.
My dreams will be someday be mine. He told me that my flowers would grow like the trees that thrive on the vine. I don't know we don't die, no. You know what I found on the trash bag?
What'd you find?
A slimy bug.
A slimy bug. So what were you helping me with?
I was helping my mom with corn, and so the bug, it was eating the corn.
It was inside the corn and eating it. And Brielle was helping me take the green parts off the corn, and she found a slimy bug.
Stop saying that!
You kept saying it.
Slimy.
How'd you feel when you saw that bug?
So weird.
It was weird. You said, Mom, the bug is sliding down the trash bag.
Ew.
I got it, though. Oh, we gotta get back to dancing. Nick is grilling us up some burgers and corn and listening to something, so I'm disturbing him. It smells really good. This is not the piece of corn that Brielle found a bug on, though.
No.
We got rid of that one. It was being eaten quite a bit, but yeah, and we got these burgers from someone at church. Yeah, we got the burgers from a family at our church. They do they own cows or something?
No, there's a family member who owns like a farm.
Oh, okay.
Is a deal.
So they get a deal. So they've been every week they're like, did you guys get some burgers? Did you guys get some meat from the freezer? So it's been really nice. We've had tacos and hamburgers and all sorts of stuff. So we've been enjoying it. It's actually from a more local farm and all of that. So it's really nice of them. Okay, so it's been a little while now. Brielle is upstairs in quiet time. She'll probably be down at any second. I just got off a call a little bit ago with one of the pastors from our old church. And I'm really excited because they're definitely interested in helping out the Visitation Center. And it sounds like they want me to come in later in the month and later in September and kind of present it to some of the leaders in the church, and then we can organize things better. But I think it's really going to work out. So I'm super excited about that. I'm really glad I did that today. One thing I'm going to be working on in just a minute here is if you don't know, I am an adoption consultant, and I help connect families with the resources they need and answer their questions if they are interested in adoption. And so I have a client I'm working with tomorrow, and I have pretty much all of the notes done for her, but I have a couple other things I want to research and kind of finalize on her long page of notes I have for her for our meeting tomorrow. If you're ever interested in working with me one-on-one, if you're interested in doing foster care or adoption, especially if you want to adopt a waiting child from foster care, which is what we did, I would absolutely love to work with you one-on-one, answer your questions, and help you. So I will include a link to my website below so you can check it out. You can read some testimonials. I've worked with some really awesome families. I offer both 1 hour and also 1.5 hour sessions. and they have different benefits and different prices. So it doesn't matter what state you live, I can work with you no matter where. So if that's something you want to do, please check it out. I would love to meet you and talk with you face to face over the computer. Okay, it's now dinner time and I'm getting stuff ready. We're having burritos tonight, which is like probably my favorite meal. So I'm getting everything ready and I'm really looking forward to it because I'm hungry. I really like these tortillas because they're really soft and they have like high fiber, which I probably need more of in my diet. We also have these. I like just grated some extra sharp white cheddar, which is my favorite. I've got some somewhat sad looking cilantro, but there's still some good pieces, so I'm gonna use it. Some sauce, we've got lettuce over there, and we're making chicken and rice and beans. Oh, and I totally forgot, I need to go cut up some limes because when we lived in the Dominican Republic, for those of you that don't know, my husband and I lived there for 3 years. I got obsessed with limes and they were super cheap there. And here they're so expensive, but I always want them.
I forgot about it, so it's probably good.
Yeah, that's what you always say. If he forgets about the rice, it's good. Nick is our resident rice maker because every time I try, I fail, and so I stop trying. So it's usually pretty good. Although your mom's rice is very, very good.
Next level.
It is next level good. So maybe we should have her train us. Just asked if she could eat lettuce, and I said yes. And then she took a big bite, and she said what? What'd you say? You said, thanks, Mom.
I'm not like a favorite.
I guess I'm just like the nicest mom. Now Maya's joining. Okay, ignore my messy room behind me. This is like the best lighting I can get. It's now Wednesday evening, and we finished up eating and all that stuff. And now I am actually printing off some not chore lists. They're like morning and nighttime checklists for my kids. My oldest daughter already has one, and now I'm making one for our son, who is 8. And so I'll show you a little bit of what it looks like. Okay, so I made this on Canva. And I just printed it out and just set it here so you can see my desk is messy, my bed is messy. So just ignore that part, okay? Let's pretend that's not happening. But this is the nighttime checklist. And it looks like a lot, but it actually really helps the kids like remember what to do. And most of these tasks, like especially like, my son doesn't usually have homework. And these things are usually not, like take like maybe 1 minute or they're already organized. Like the chore today was he just took the trash out to the trash can. You know, it's like little things like that, but it helps them remember and be prepared for bed and be prepared for the next day. Okay, I'm printing the next one. This is the morning one. Okay, so here's his morning checklist. So I print these out and then I don't want to have to print out new ones all the time. Obviously that would be like a huge waste of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put them back to back and I'm going to use my little personal laminator. And if you're wondering if I heard that right, yes, I have my own personal laminator. It was one of those purchases my printer decided to interrupt me. I think it's done now. Anyway, yes, you heard me. Yes, you heard me correctly. I have my own personal laminator. It was one of those purchases that it was like something I really wanted because I wanted to be able to make my own little labels because we have Canva Pro, so we like can download pretty much any image and all that stuff. And so I was like, oh, I'd love to make my own little labels and all that type of stuff. But then I was like, am I really going to use it? Like, I feel like this is one of those things I'm going to buy and think I'm going to use and then I won't. Let me tell you, I have gotten very good use out of this. I used it for all these checklists. I've used it to label my kids like toy boxes so they know exactly what goes where. They have been amazing. And we use a lot of like picture labels. Like you'll even notice in that list, I use pictures there. So it's kind of like a visual chart and visual labels. So visual labels, like all labels are visual. You know what I mean. later in the evening now, and I just had to get a shot of Sugi staring at me. So cute. She always does this. She's just looking at me so lovingly. We had a good evening. We went on a walk, and the kids were so hyper tonight. Like, I couldn't use the camera. They were way too hyper, and it was just so loud in here. So I was happy when they went to bed. Just being perfectly honest. I was like counting down the minutes. I'm like, okay, time for bed, because it was just a very overstimulating environment tonight. They were all happy for the most part. It was just like very hyper. So I'm gonna get some rest, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Good morning and happy Thursday. At least it's Thursday for me right now. So I got up a little bit ago. The kids are all at school. Nick took our youngest, so I actually have an adoption consultation this morning, and I'm super excited to talk with this family. So I have pretty much everything set up to go. I just need to eat a quick breakfast because we're meeting in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to eat breakfast, jump on this call, and I'm super excited to talk to them and about their adoption plans. So I'll check in afterwards. I wanted to show this. So something I've been doing recently is I make a breakfast casserole on the weekend. And then we have super easy breakfast that everyone can just grab and heat up and go. It has been so much easier than trying to make a different breakfast every morning. Like, there are days we'll eat different breakfast during the week, but I mean, we've eaten this thing up like every time we've made it. And I'll put the recipe below if you're interested. It's my favorite breakfast casserole recipe. I do switch out the pork sausage for turkey sausage, just as like a little healthy alternative, I guess. And so it still tastes great. I just make sure I put a little bit of extra spice in it to make it, I don't know, like, I just like the little kick that comes with spicy sausage, and it was just normal turkey sausage. So I definitely recommend it. I'll put it in the link below. I also need to get my big cup of water because I already have morning voice and I'm about to go on a call for an hour and a half and talk. So I need to have my big water cup next to me. I just wrapped up my consultation call, and it was so great. I love working with families who are looking into adoption, and I just feel like I've had the best people to work with. I love hearing how many people have just like a heart for adoption. It's something they've wanted to do for a long time, and this family today was no different. So I really, really enjoy when you guys reach out to me and schedule a consultation, just to get to know people who are watching my videos, because it's so weird thinking, in some ways, in my mind, I'm just like posting these videos and like my mom is watching them. But it's like, oh, there are people watching these, and it's kind of cool to put like a face to the name of some of you guys who like comment a lot. And so anyway, if you have not scheduled an adoption consultation yet and you would like to, the link is in the description below as well as in the pinned comment. And I can help you with anything from just deciding whether or not you want to adopt, deciding which type of adoption you want to pursue, to even helping you find agencies when you know which type of adoption you want to pursue. So I would love to help you through this adoption process, get to know you. If you have just more of a general Q&A, I have a session for that. If you would rather me go into details and research for you, I have a session for that. So definitely check out my website, see if you're interested in something like that. And I know not everyone wants to do a consultation, but maybe there are other ways that you could use help. And something I've been kind of working on, but I want to get more seriously into working on it, is creating a PDF workbook for people who are looking to adopt, to kind of walk you through some of the steps. So if you don't want to have a consultation, but you want to kind of go through a workbook on your own and get some of that information in there, that's something I'm working on. And I would love to know, if you can, in the comments, just tell me, if I were to make a PDF workbook about how to get started in adoption, what would be some of your biggest questions? Because I want this to be as helpful as possible. And I also plan to make this like a fairly low cost item. I know the consultations cost more because they honestly take me a lot of time to prepare for and a lot of time to do and follow up on. And so I know that that can be a little pricey for some people. So if that is not something that you can afford or you want to spend money on, this could be another way that you could still get some of the help that I can offer at a much lower price. So if you have any ideas for questions, whether you have adopted and you can think back to the questions you had before, or questions you know that you would have now, and this would be specifically about adopting waiting children from foster care. So any questions you have about that, put below, and I will try to incorporate that into this PDF I'm working on. All right, it is now the afternoon, and Nick and I had a great Chipotle lunch together today. That was very nice. And I've been in like this super big organizing mood, probably for the last year, but currently I'm in it again. I had a little bit of a break where I was like, okay, I've organized a lot and I've decluttered a lot, but now I'm kind of getting back into it, trying to get little projects done that I've put off for a while. So I can show you what I'm working on. So we have this huge box. Ignore my really gross carpet. This is like carpet from the 60s. We have this huge box of gloves and hats, and obviously it's not that season right now, but I want to go through and see what we have and figure out what I should keep for each kid, because this is overflowing and way too much. If any of you guys watch The Minimal Mom, I talk about her a lot. I really love her videos, but one of the concepts I learned from her that I think she actually mentioned was from someone else, but is the whole container concept. And if you have a container for something, you can make that the boundary. So with a situation like this, you would say, I'm only going to keep as many gloves and hats that will comfortably fit in this bin. So I'm going to try to use that as a measure right now, even though I don't really want to keep them in here long term. Eventually we are going to put some different storage solutions into that closet. Like, we kind of want to do little built-in things. And when we do that, I would love for each kid to have their own little section where they are responsible for keeping their hat, keeping their gloves, because, oh my gosh, last year it was like everybody was losing gloves all the time. They weren't keeping track of them. And then I think because they went into this huge container, just ignore all the stuff over there, because they went into this huge container, it was kind of like a free-for-all. And so I don't think they felt the need to keep track of their stuff as much, because it's like, well, we just all go from the same basket. So I want them to have ownership over their gloves and their hats. And possibly, like, if they're losing those frequently, that they will need to pay to have them replaced, because I do think that puts a little more onus on them to keep track of them. So anyway, I'm going to get started on that. I'm watching this Brogan Tate vlog. She's a British YouTuber I really enjoy, and she's doing a life reset and admin day, which is like cleaning, tidying, organizing, and I love to put videos like this on when I'm organizing. Okay, so I've kind of divided these things into piles. So this is stuff that I know is Nick's. I'm guessing these are his. Maybe we bought these for Maya. I think we bought them towards the end of last season because we thought we needed them. Not sure we really did. Then we've got Maya's pile, which she doesn't have a hat in here. I don't think any of these hats were hers. So she has this waterproof pair of gloves that she really only wears if we go sledding or play in the snow, because she does not like how they feel as much. And then she has 2 pairs of mittens. And at first I thought maybe she only needs one of these, but I don't know. I think it'd be smart to keep a backup just in case. So maybe I'll give her one and I'll like keep the other in a back stock so that if she loses them, they're extras, but she doesn't need to know that. I actually had the smallest pile. So I have these 2 pairs of gloves and my little headband for my ears and everything. Now I've had this pair of gloves forever. I really like the fingerless ones. This one's ripped and I can't find the other one, but I do love these. I guess they're getting pretty old, so we'll see. If I can find the other one, I might sew that back just because I like these, but if not, that will be going in the garbage. Here are also little lonely gloves. I'm pretty sure I have the match to this somewhere. I need to check that closet. I would not be surprised if stuff fell out. And Emmett only had 3 things. So he has this monster hat, this Mickey hat, which I just think is like the cutest. These were from his foster grandma, we call her. She had a bunch of winter stuff for them and sent it, and I just love it. Look at the little ears. It's so cute. This one's fun too, but I love this one. And then a face mask, which looks like he's about to rob a bank, but you know, nice if it's a really cold day. And then last but not least, Brielle definitely had the most stuff. So she has several cute, there are 2 cute like animal hats I might make her just pick between those two because we just don't need that many. And then she also has the two more neutral ones. And I think out of these, I might just keep this white one because it also has this matching scarf. And she did wear it a lot last year. And then she also has these little cat gloves that I think are so cute. They have little ears even on them. And then a couple little pairs of mittens that I'm not sure fit her anymore. So I'm going to have her try them on and we'll see what we can keep out of that. Okay, usually I like to ask Brielle her opinion, but I'm making the executive decision to get rid of this one because it's a lot smaller. And I think this one will be better if she wants something a little more long to cover her ears. This one's extremely cute. I think we'll donate it because I think another little kid would love this. But yeah, this one I think is a little bit better for now. Not to mention she does have mittens that match that, although these are the ones I need to see if they fit. So we will go from there. And the truth is, with her curly hair and how much hair she has, this may not even cover her ears at all. Like, it's just hard when you have really curly hair. So I think that sometime I should get her one of those hats that has like the spot to put a ponytail or a bun out of, because I think that would be nice for her because her hair is so curly. She has so much hair. It's so pretty. I just think it would almost be better if it was able to come out. Might be more comfortable for her. So because like wearing bike helmets, I always have to put it in like a long, like a very low ponytail and stuff like that. So might make it easier. All right, here is the completed look. It is so much better. It's still a little full, but like I said, this isn't the container I want to stick with. But for now, it works well because it's not overflowing. See? It's very nice. Tonight we have our house church, which is kind of like a small group. It's not small though. There's like 50 people in it now. So we probably are ready to divide into two groups, which is cool, but it is a lot of people. It's literally like 25 of it, like 50% is kids. So if that tells you anything, it's a little crazy. So we're going to have that tonight. So I don't know that I'll be filming anything. We'll see. So if I don't talk to you now, I guess I will catch you tomorrow. Pretty late on Thursday now, and I got a little carried away making some cookies. I made some no-bake cookies. I'll have to show you, but we ended up not taking the younger two kids to our house church group tonight because they were just very sleep deprived and not making the best choices, and I was thinking of staying home anyway. So Nick and Maya went and they had a great time, but I stayed here and I ended up baking cookies. So I'll just show you. Not baking cookies because they're no-bake cookies. So here they are. Ignore the ones that are missing. I totally didn't just eat those. But I'm gonna pack these up. I'm gonna pack one up for each kid to kind of surprise them with in the morning, which, to be fair, is not something I do very often. Figured while I'm motivated, I might as well. And I know it'll make them excited in the morning, so that's what I'm gonna do. So sanitary.
Yeah.
They're made with mother's love.
Yes, that's what that is.
They're not for you, Suki.
They're not for you, Suki.
Sorry, you can't have those.
While we're over here, I wanted to show this recipe book that I put together, and look at this cute little cover that I made on Canva. Now, to be fair, I have Canva Pro, so it's hard to get all those images, but if I can, I'll include a link to this so that if you want to steal it, you can. You can just steal my little cover and you can make one too if you want. But I've got all my recipes in here. This just makes my heart so happy with all the little plastic protectors, and I did like front and back, and it makes it a lot easier. We've always been way more of like using my, this lighting is kind of scary, but I'm gonna go with it. I've always been much more of the type of person that I like to use like recipes on my phone or on my computer, but I don't know what it is. Like recently, I've just realized I work so much better with paper. I have this notebook I carry around everywhere with me. I use a paper planner. Like I prefer honestly being able to open up this binder and use this, because I was telling Nick, like I get so distracted when I pick up my phone. There's just so many things that, you know, if I pick up my phone to look at a recipe, then it's like there's a notification or I have a text or whatever. Yeah, I've really enjoyed having this. I have a paper grocery list and all of that stuff as well, and it's been a game changer for me. So I've really enjoyed this. But yeah, if you want to steal the cover to my little recipe book that I made, it just says our family recipes, so you can steal the cover and it can be your family recipes inside, but I'll include that down below. Hello, it is now close to afternoon on Friday, and I told Brielle that I needed to take a little bit of a nap this morning after we dropped off Emmett at school, and she did a great job. She let me take a little nap this morning, and now I'm going to pack up a picnic and I'm going to take her to the park. So I just put on like a tiny bit of mascara to feel alive. I really need to like wash my hair today, but she did a great job. So I'm going to go grab stuff with her and then we're going to head out and go to the park. Well, we are having our picnic. Brielle's almost done. She's gonna eat her cookie. Do you want to tell them what happened earlier when we tried to sit at that other table?
There was a bee trying to steal our food.
Can you say it louder?
There's a bee trying to steal our food.
Yeah, a bee came, and I'm allergic to bees, and she's afraid of bees, so it's not a good combination. There's a fly over here, but that's better than a bee. So we had to move, and we're finishing up, and then what are we gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna play on the park.
Yeah.
And Mommy gonna watch me. She's gonna watch me.
People also asked me if she could go run up and down that hill. So after she's done with her cookie that I made last night, she's gonna go do that.
And so we saw a slimy bug when me and my mom were when we were making corn. I saw a slimy bug.
Yes, that did happen a couple days ago. I remember I did a video of that.
You did?
Yeah, you talked to the camera all about it. You just forgot.
Yeah.
It was gross though.
And I don't remember anything. Bye.
Are you tired now? You made it. Good job. Brielle's learned how to pump her legs on the swing. I gave her a push, but look how high she can go without me even. That's awesome. Good morning, it's Saturday, and we are headed to a place called Young's Dairy, and they have mini golf there, and they have ice cream that's really good. So today we're gonna go as early as we possibly can to go play mini golf because it is Labor Day weekend, and this place is extremely popular. So we're trying to get there right before they open, and then we're going to have a little picnic together with Nick's aunt and his cousin, and then we are also going to get ice cream. So we're gonna head over there in a couple minutes here, so I gotta go eat, and I need to fix my hair on the way there because it looks a little wild. But that's the plan for today, so hopefully I can show you a little bit of that. A change of plans, and now we're at Sky Zone. So It was too rainy and stormy outside today.
Yep.
But I think the kids are excited.
Yeah.
We've been back from the trampoline park for a long time. Kids have done quiet time. They've been cleaning their rooms, and we're trying to clean up the house because Nick's aunt and uncle and some other family members are coming over tonight for grilling and all of that stuff. So we're trying to get the last few things cleaned up from my organizing obsession the other day. And Nick found something really funny that we have to show you.
So, Emmett's school assignment, right? Well, on the back, found that, which is the most our kids thing ever.
Just butt.
Just butt.
Suki's just very bored with us because we're not playing with her, we're just cleaning. So she's bored, but it'll be okay. Okay, I'm realizing that it's quite a bit later and I recorded like nothing the rest of the day. I didn't do a great job recording today, but we had a lot of fun with Nick's family who came over. We had dinner together. It was just a really fun time. Got to talk and catch up. His aunt and uncle have come and visited quite a few times, like I would say over the past 6 months, ever since his mom moved here to the area. So that's been really cool. We've enjoyed spending time with them, and the kids really love hanging out with them too. They always bring like little treats for the kids, and so they're all about that. Nick went to bed. He's going to get up early tomorrow. If you don't know, he is a pastor, and so tomorrow's Sunday, and he was like, I'm going to get up early and do some more like preparation just early in the morning, because sometimes he works better early in the morning. Literally cannot relate. I am 100% night owl. Like, it's almost 12 and I'm like at my peak right now. So I'm having fun. I'm watching some little videos about Paris, and I don't know if I've said this on here. I'm not sure if I've said this on here, but Nick and I are planning a trip to Paris this coming June. So that'd be June of 2023, because in July, it's our 10-year anniversary, which is kind of insane, being married 10 years already. So we've booked flights. We've booked most of the places we're staying, some really cool Airbnbs. Like, I am 100% going to be vlogging that trip. We're going to be there for almost 2 weeks. It's going to be the longest we've ever been away from our kids. So that will be interesting, but they're going to be with my parents and probably also with Nick's mom a little bit. So they're going to have fun. But it'll be different for sure. So I'm super excited. So I'm just like pinning things on my Pinterest board and all this stuff, even though I basically have had the whole trip planned for literally years. I've also been trying to learn some French on Duolingo, but Duolingo is like slightly addictive. I'm not good at doing it consistently, but when I get on it, I'm like, I can't get off. I'm going to beat all these levels. That's kind of how I view it. So anyway, that's what I'm up to, and I will catch you tomorrow. Good morning and happy Sunday. I am pretty much all ready for church. I'm going to go eat a piece of breakfast casserole like super fast because we need to head out. Nick is already there, and I feel like on the days when he goes early, we're always late because I'm like, we don't have to be early, so I end up being late. But I always say I was born 2 weeks late, so I'm still catching up. But my friends say I can't use that forever. So I'm gonna ride that as long as I possibly can.
Hi, Maya.
Fingers on the mic.
Hi. What do you want to do now?
Oh, learn what you're doing. So this is our church outfit.
Hi, this is our shirt outfit, and I have a necklace on, and me and Maya are twins, and so I have like fancy shoes on it. Do a little dance for me. And if you want to see this,
They don't need to know your shoe size, Brielle.
and bow, 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 da bow, ba bow, a bow, ba bow. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire.
Hey, Jerky.
Yarr!
We're getting our ice cream. What did you get?
Blue panda with sprinkles and eyeballs.
What does Blue Panda taste like? Is it like Oreo? Or does it taste like vanilla? I think it's just vanilla that has blue in it. And what'd you get?
I got like a mystery
Cotton candy.
and I and sprinkles. And I got
And I got Reese's cup, kind of like a blizzard. Okay, we are back from getting ice cream, and now I've roped Nick into doing this closet declutter with me that I started a little while ago. I haven't actually showed you anything yet. I don't know if you've heard of Project 333, but it's basically that you narrow down your wardrobe to pretty much 33 items for 3 months. I don't think I'm going that extreme, but I am trying to be really ruthless in how I'm putting things away. I'm not necessarily getting rid of everything. There are some things I'm getting rid of for sure today, but there are other things that I'm going to just like put away, or it's stuff I only wear in summer, and summer is coming to a close. But now Nick is working on his side too. So those are your favorites.
No.
You do have a lot of really nice, like, I don't know, like sweatshirts and button-ups and stuff. You have a lot of shirts though.
Yeah. Okay. Those are my favorites.
Okay. It's pretty good. Now, are there any of those that you feel like you'd want to get rid of? Like looking at them, you're just kind of like, I don't really like them that much.
I especially think there's some of these that I just, when it comes down to it, I much rather wear a t-shirt, like a plain t-shirt with
With one of your
with,
fancy
like, one of my
jackets.
sweaters.
I like those
jackets.
too.
And
Yeah.
so it's just like,
Yeah.
I was worried they were gonna make me wear button-up shirts at church.
Yeah, like
As
for
the
your job.
pastor, you know, for my job. But
But it turns out it doesn't matter that much, so
no.
yeah. Okay. Well, maybe we can see if there's anything we want to get rid of. And then I've so far narrowed mine down to this. That has some pants, shirts, sweaters. This includes some fall stuff. But then I have this whole part of clothes that I do like. I just don't... If I had to be more ruthless, these are the things I would pick. So, I don't know. Some of this stuff I might be able to get rid of. It's just hard to go through. So, we will see. Hello and good afternoon. Yes, I am wearing Mickey and Minnie pajamas right now, and it is noon, but it's Labor Day, so I slept in a little bit, and we already did stuff with family the other day, and so I just figured why not take advantage of wearing pajamas as long as I possibly can. Anybody else? I'm gonna change soon, but I've been cleaning and like getting some stuff done, so I figured why not just stay in my pajamas for a little longer. I wanted to give an update on the closet situation. So it still looks like a lot, like Nick has, but this is all of Nick's clothes. I mean, he doesn't have anything that is kept out specifically for winter or for summer. Like that's pretty much all his stuff. And then he has this shelf. I just threw my hat there. I need to do something with it. He has these shelves with his like foldable clothes, and that's pretty much it, other than, you know, the unmentionables. And then here are my clothes. So obviously it looks like a lot less than his, but I also put kind of my wintry clothes over here. And there are several things that I put away. And I also have this section. This is empty right now other than my little Highland cow stuffed animal. And then I have my purses in a bag right here. And I actually don't own many purses, which I'm kind of proud of. So yeah, basically over this weekend, we were able to get rid of almost 2 full trash bags of clothing that we're going to donate, and also a box of donations. This was mostly like books that we got rid of, because I don't think I actually showed you the book organization we did, so I can maybe show that later. We reorganized some shelves in our family room, and we realized there's some books we just didn't need, which for us parting with books is pretty hard to do, so I'm proud of us. But I feel like we did pretty good considering the fact that I was not planning on decluttering this weekend. It's not like I set forth and I was like, we're gonna declutter this weekend and get rid of a bunch of stuff. It just kind of happened. and I watched a lot of videos to help motivate me to declutter. That's always like really helpful to me, to just watch someone else go through the process and see what works for them. So hopefully you enjoyed our little process. I do want to show you my kind of janky system that I created of deciding whether or not to keep some of the clothes that I still have. So let me show you that. Nick was laughing at me about it. Do you see these weird little pieces of paper? Yeah, so this was part of a packaging from my Target order, and it has these little holes in it. It's so janky, guys. Nick was right. It's weird. But first of all, I turn all my hangers backwards. I think I see one that isn't, but I turn all my hangers backwards until I wear it. And then once I wear it, I flip it around the right way. And that's how I know whether I've worn this stuff or not over the next 3 months. So I think if I give myself 3 months, it's September now, so it would be into December at that point. I think that would tell me whether or not I really wear the things in the different types of weather, because that will kind of encompass like some warm weather. It'll encompass some of that in-between weather, and then some of that colder weather in November, early December. And my little janky pieces of paper that are on there are to tell me, they basically indicate clothing that I'm pretty sure that I do not wear that much. And so if those are not flipped around by that time, that should be like a no decision situation. It's just like that, bam, that is going to be gone, because clearly I don't wear it. It's already something I wasn't sure about. And if it's not turned around by the time the 3 months is up, then it's going. Like, I'm not even going to think about it. However, there's some other pieces that I think like I haven't worn a ton recently, but they also were kind of hidden away. So it's helpful for me to see if I'm actually going to wear them, because sometimes if stuff is kind of shoved in the back of your closet or in a box, it's a little bit harder to actually make sure that, you know, you use it or you don't use it. So I think that now that some of these pieces are actually out and usable and I don't have so much to sort through, when I pick outfits in the morning, it's very possible I will wear those things, because they are things I like. If you notice the door open in the last clip, this dog pushed her way through so she could be here with me. Sugi, did you sneak in the room? Did you sneak in? I also want to show you some little organization things I did up here that I'm super proud about. So I have this little label maker that I got. That's the brand Fomimo? I don't really know. I got it on Amazon. I'll put a link below in the description. But basically, this is awesome. It makes these little labels. They print out the top, and it's thermal labels, so you don't have to worry about ever replacing ink. All you do is you replace the actual, the roll inside. So you can see the little roll inside, and then it also comes with this really cool app. So what I did last night was I printed out little labels, so you can see them here. So it says we've got time will tell, which what that means is basically items that I think I might want to get rid of, but I'm not quite ready to pull the trigger on yet. So really only one of those boxes is full. The other one only has like a couple things in it. I didn't want to stuff that one completely full, and I had the box available to use. And then I have my summer clothes. Those are clothes that I know I wear and I know I love, but we're at the point of the summer season where it's kind of coming to an end. Especially like certain dresses, I just know I won't wear again for this year, because they're more like summery wedding type of dresses that you might wear to like an event or things like that. And I got nothing else going on, thankfully. So I was ready to put those away. So I put those with that little summer label. And then this box is always here. Not that, sorry. This box is always here, and it's just my personal art supplies and craft supplies that I don't want the kids using. The kids have so many art supplies, but these are the things that are more like mine if I take time to do art, which I haven't in a long time. But I pared down my art collection like, oh my goodness, so intensely. It used to be a full cabinet, like this full cabinet that was probably like 4 feet tall. And now it all fits in this box. So I feel pretty good about that. Do you see my cool backpack up here? I just got that a while ago off of Amazon to take to Disney World when we go, but the kids don't know, so don't tell them. So I'm gonna take that with me. I've always wanted one of those Loungefly bags, but I've never ever pulled the trigger on it, so I'm really excited. It's really over the top, but it's Beauty and the Beast, and I love it. But yeah, anyway, if you liked those labels I made, you should definitely check this out. I absolutely love it. I've used it at school, in my classroom. I've used it at home. I've used it to label things in our fridge, our pantry, and it has actually helped me so much. Having a label maker, you might think that I'm like a super intense organized person, but I am not. I promise you. Naturally, I am not a very organized person. It takes a lot of effort and work for me to be that way. But for me, having labels on things helps me remember where things go. I tend to be kind of like a mindless type of person when I'm doing tasks because I'm just thinking about all these other things. It's super common for me to put things back in the wrong place in the kitchen or whatever because I'm just thinking about all these different ideas and things. And so this really helps me to know like, okay, well, that's labeled as this, so I can't put that there. So I've been using it a ton. I think you'd really like it too. And then there's a whole app that comes with it for free. And it has this whole creation mode or light mode where you can just make really simple ones. Or if you want to do ones with pictures, different types of fonts. I mean, there's so many fonts on there. You can change the font size. And if you don't want those really small labels like this, they actually have models that have bigger labels as well, which maybe someday. But I usually, if I'm doing big labels, I use my laminator and all that good stuff, which I showed earlier. So I'll link all of those kind of organization things down in the description if you're interested. But I think I should probably actually get dressed for the day because it's like almost 1. And I feel a little, at this point, I think I've worn my pajamas long enough. I've gotten the enjoyment out of them. Now I'm just feeling a little bit like maybe I should join the living and, get dressed for the day. The kids are in quiet time now, and I'm enjoying a little cookie. And I'm using my favorite mug, my Disney World mug, because it has all the parks on it. Isn't that cool? I actually got it at the airport. We had already been to Disney World, and I didn't really find much I wanted in the parks other than, of course, like other mugs. But this one is my favorite. I love that it has all the parks on it. I love the little style. So anyway, I'm going to eat my cookie and enjoy this. Hello, it is Tuesday and I have not filmed anything today. I actually meant to wrap up this video last night, but I did not get around to it. Then I came home from work today and I took a nap and it was great. So obviously I haven't really had much to show today, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this kind of week in the life vlog. And actually I didn't mention this, but on Thursday to Saturday, Nick and I are going to Washington, D.C. So he has to go to the Brazilian consulate there. He was born in Brazil. We have to do some paperwork stuff for his mom. And so we are going to go. The kids are going to stay with his mom. And we're going to have a nice short little trip together. So I'm planning on vlogging the trip because I figure that'd be kind of fun way for us to remember it. Plus the kids want to know what we're doing. So I told them I would record and then we could show them later. I'm really looking forward to it. We're scheduling like a tour and we're also going to probably ride around the little electric scooters and stuff. So we're trying to figure out what to do. It's been kind of a last minute trip. So I just have to get through the work day tomorrow. And then the next day we're going to head to Washington, D.C. Anyway, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. You guys are my favorite people, the people who make it all the way to the end. I just love you. So if you made it all the way to end, let's do my secret thing where you write something in the comments. So what should it be today? I know, since we're going to be driving to Washington, D.C. and it's about like a 7.5 hour drive, I want you to say if you prefer to drive or to fly when you go on a trip. I prefer to fly, but we're driving on this one because it's not too long. So if you prefer to drive, you can just say drive in the comments, or you can put like a little car emoji if you want to be fancy. And then if you prefer to fly, you can put a little plane emoji, or you can just say that you prefer to fly. Also, don't forget to like the video if you liked it. It helps more people find my content. This is a little different than what I typically do, but I have fun with it. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.